Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
Hello everyone, Briximus Prime back for another Transformers Legacy action figure review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Beast Wars Predacon Inferno. And now taking a look at Inferno's packaging here. Right up front here we got a nice image of him in his Ant modes, his Transformers Legacy. Here on the side we got some very nice artwork of Inferno in his Robot mode and his mugshot up there. Transformers, Takara Tomy. Authentic Transformers! Here on the back of the packaging, some nice product images. And then there's a QR code right down here. And when you scan it, it takes you to Transformers. He's got the nice little, GIF there of Inferno. Says he's a Predacon, turns into a fire ant. He's an infantry commander. His signature weapon launches 4 missiles at once. And it says that Inferno lives to serve his colony as relentlessly loyal to his queen. And his skills here says that his strength is a 7. And it says that his intelligence is a 4. Speed is 8, and that his firepower is a 6. So not bad stats for Inferno. Not bad at all. So yeah, that is really it for the packaging. The one gun thing here that Inferno comes with is kind of ass. Seriously, this is not even his gun that was in the show. The gun in the show that Inferno had is actually slightly different than this. This is actually his butt thruster that he had in the show. And this obviously is able to store, you guessed it, in his butthole. And yes, I really, really love this head sculpt. Very screen accurate. Love the metallic blue they used on him. And I especially love that they painted up the mouth. Also, another side note, he does have some excellent light piping. It is a little hard to get the light back there, but once you do, it looks pretty dang good. We'll go over articulation in more detail in a second, but I just want to point out that I really love the articulated jaw on Inferno here. His Muppet mouth here is one of the best things I've ever seen on Transformers. Why are there so many girls who won't date me? And overall, the rest of the figure looks really good. I love the texturing here. Again, just like on a lot of the other Beast Wars figures that have been coming out over the past couple of years, I love the realistic texturing they've been giving them, kind of giving them a semi-realistic look while also keeping them faithful to the cartoon show. He's got a Predacon logo there on his shoulder. They're all painted up pretty well. He's got his little bug hands right there. His waist looks pretty good. He's got the little feelers right there, which can move out of the way. Hips look pretty good. I love the metallic silver. He has some fake bug legs right here. And then the feet here don't look too bad. He's got his little black toe. And then coming to the back here, he's got some metallic blue all painted up in there inside of his big old thruster. And also this thruster can spin. Again, going over articulation in a second, but this can spin just like the cartoon. And again, you don't have to have this in here in order to do it. You can just have this out and put it in his hand, like I mentioned before. You can use some blast effects to really get the full effect of the whole flying gimmick there. My only complaint with Inferno is his bug legs here are very spindly and are always constantly shifting and getting in the way of posability, and it makes him kind of a mess to handle. Also, with all this back kibble here on his back, even with these heel spurs right here, Inferno here still does have a hard time trying to standing up. Oh gosh! Going over Inferno's articulation, his mouth, he has the previously mentioned Muppet mouth. He's got a ball joint at the head, which allows for some swiveling. He can have head pivoting and look up and down. And you can technically make him look up farther if you have his mouth opened. Shoulders can move outward that far. He does also possess a butterfly joint in there. The people at Hasbro really have a sense of humor. A butterfly joint on a arachnid figure. Whatever. Shoulder can rotate a full 360. The bug leg here can also shift around. This one also can shift around. He does get a bicep swivel. It's kind of hard to get in there. Double jointed elbows. And then even separated from this bug leg, he does have a wrist swivel. The little feelers right here can move up and down. It does allow him to activate his waist swivel. Hips can kick forward that far. They can't really kick back that far unless you hinge this part up. Then they can kick back all the way. Also, I should probably mention, all of this right here is on its own hinge joint. And then all of it can swivel. and all of these are on their own individual hinge joints due to transformation. These bug legs down here have 2 hinge joints right there. The hips can move outward that far. They do have a thigh swivel. Double bend at the knee due to transformation. Very happy that that's there. Ankles can pivot in very far. His foot can't really move up, but it can move down. And then the heel can also move as well. So very, very good articulation here on Inferno. Definitely makes him very playable. But like I said, those bug legs do kind of get in the way and make him feel very fiddly, especially since he has this thing all moving around all over the flippin' place. And for comparisons, here is Inferno compared next to the last Transformers Legacy / Beast Wars figure I reviewed, the Transmetal 2 Leader Class Dragon Megatron. Also, if you have Dragon Megatron around, you can borrow his flame effect and you can give it to Inferno, and that works out pretty well, because sadly Inferno does not come with his own flame effect.
0 out of 10.
And then here is Inferno compared next to the rest of the Season 1 cast of Predacons in the Season 1 of Beast Wars. Really happy I finally have all of them, especially with Inferno as one of the crown jewels of the whole thing. Are you flipping kidding me?
It is time to defend the colony.
Thankfully, the transformation was pretty complicated, but not pain-inducing.
Pain is my friend. Allow me to introduce you to it.
It has just recently occurred to me that ants are a lot freakier when they're a lot bigger. But hey, at least I can get some Ant-Man play value out of this. As for weapon storage on the ant mode, I've never seen anything look so tacked on in my life. All that skin texturing and everything really is emphasized here in the ant mode. I like the blue pincers here. The feelers here are now right there front and center. Got nice blue there for the eyes. And you can use this as light piping, by the way. And again, molding and sculpting looks great. Got this nice metallic purple paint on the back. The legs here look fantastic. Love all the molding and sculpting. I keep repeating myself. And then here on the thorax, I think that's what it is. Again, nice texturing and everything, nice and rounded. And again, I've actually had a lot of fun playing with this ant mode, a lot more fun than I thought I would. Most of that is actually due to its size as well as its articulation. Speaking of articulation, the pincers here can open and close, as you can see. Very nice. And then the feelers here can move up and down. The head can also shift up and down like so. These legs right here can move in and out. These legs right here can just shift forward and back. These ones can rotate forward and back, as well as another hinge joint right there. And then this does have some slight hinging right here to shift up and down in the robot mode. So overall, very good articulation on the ant mode. Now getting into the size that I mentioned before. Here is Inferno compared to the royalty. Here is my best at trying to compare him with all the Predacons in the Season 1 Beast Wars cast. Eggplant face makes a return here. And just because I was messing around with it earlier, here is Inferno compared next to the Marvel Legends Ant-Man. So anyway, that's it for comparisons. And that is it for my review on the Transformers Legacy Voyager class Inferno. And yes, the ant mode is really, really fun. I love the size of it, the posability, everything is great. I was not anticipating to like this mode as much as I did. It is a really fun ant to play with. I had no idea there could be a toy out there of an ant that I really love to play with. But then again, it does also turn into a robot. But it is a real shame that the weapon storage is kind of lackluster, so... But anyway, that's not really the biggest issue. Sadly, they couldn't find a good way to conceal the bug legs, because in the animation model in the show, they were able to kind of cheat a little bit and hide them away. But because he does have those bug legs, and they collide back here with this big ol' butt thruster thing, it then starts to just become a big cluttered mess. And sadly, it is kind of a little bit hard to pose him with those extra bits and everything. But at least Inferno, with all that stuff, looks cartoon accurate, and he is able to achieve a lot of really great poses with a lot of those things. I just really wish they found a better way maybe to organize the bug legs somewhere else, but overall, I still think this figure is really great. It was just this teeny bit away from absolute perfection, but I can see that Hasbro has definitely achieved the best that they could with the budget that they had for a Voyager class. This is still the best Voyager class Inferno. It just means that, you know, it's going to be a little cluttered and you just have to put up with it. And honestly, I'm able to forgive it for that. So if I had to give this figure a rating, I give it a solid 9 out of 10. That is basically it for this review. Thank you all for watching. This has been Briximus Prime. I hope you guys enjoyed this Transformers review. And yeah, be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel for more, action figure content, and I'll catch you guys next time.